The severity of a person's wounds has very little to do with how much he or she may be suffering. Don't assume that because the wounds or injuries are minor, there's nothing to worry about. When they self-harm, they're not trying to kill themselves. They're trying to cope with their pain. In fact, self-harm may be a way of helping themselves move on. However, in the long term, people who self-injure have a much higher risk of suicide, which is why it's important to seek help.
While some who self-harm may find it easy to stop, in most cases, self-harm can become an extremely addictive behavior. Studies have shown that this behavior can even carry into adulthood. The painful truth is that people who self-harm generally do so in secret. They're not trying to manipulate others or draw attention to themselves. In fact, shame and fear can make it very difficult to come forward and ask for help.
First and foremost, it's really important to recognize the pain that they're feeling and whatever is going on, and being kind and respectful of that, and never telling them that it's wrong first. I think that's really important, to just recognize that it's a valid feeling that they're having, and then find them help. And then I am not a professional, so I personally think that if it's a student or something, I would find a way to find a professional that knows how to handle that and what the resources are, but letting them know that I care about them and that I support them and that I'm there to help.
To recognize, I think you see a lot of the signs of depression oftentimes with kids that are struggling with that. Often in class they are usually very low key. They are not very social with people around them. They may have a really hard time focusing. They may be missing school a lot. So those are things you notice. I've noticed kids just looking at their arms. They've exposed their arms, and I've seen it on a few kids before. Also, certain kids, like during the summertime or the end of the year, you can tell if they're wearing long sleeves and stuff and whatnot. And sometimes you'll have a conversation with them about.
Well, I think from what I said before, it makes me sad because I think everyone's wonderful, and I really do. And I want them to be happy with themselves and to find healthy expressions. What I think of, and this might sound weird, but I think of whenever we have an emotion, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, it's just as natural as a sneeze. We just need to find a healthy outlet for it. And sometimes we don't know other outlets other than hurting ourselves. So I just think I want to help them, I want to support them. I'm just as human as them, and whatever I can do to help, I want to be.
The reason we did this project was to make everyone more aware and informed on the issue of self-harm and how dangerous and hard it can be to deal with. To everyone that has or is currently struggling with self-harm, I want you to know that there's always someone there for you. There will always be someone to talk to, whether you know that there is or not. I promise you that things will get better even though they may be hard now. To the people who have witnessed self-harming, you don't need to understand. I know that you think you might, but you don't always need to. You just need to listen. You need to try to be there for them, because really the main issue is that we don't love each other enough. And I know that that may sound dumb, but it's true. So please let the people you love know that you love them. because it could make more of a difference than you could ever imagine. Thank you.